What's up, guys? We're finally back. We haven't been on YouTube for so long.
We've been MIA. A lot of things going on.
Yeah, so
in our lives. So yeah. So we're gonna answer some questions, some Q&A that we got in our IG. So we're gonna answer it together for you guys. And first question would be.
And by the way, these questions are pretty old because we posted this like back
a
few months ago. So the first question is, how did we meet?
Yes, how did we meet?
So we met actually way back in the days. Back when probably maybe before you guys were born. So we met, just kidding. We met in 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
But we started going out in 2008.
Yeah, 2008 we had a PE class together. We were in PE, and I remember one day going to my lockers, going to the boys' locker room. She was walking by, and I told her if she wanted to go out with me. So she said yes, and fast forward, we're here now. So
yeah. Literally like 11 years later.
11 years later.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Time
flies, but yeah. And any diet tips? So diet tips. I don't really believe in diets because me personally, I was in a diet where it was strict diet.
Really strict. Tilapia, asparagus, remember?
Yeah, just chicken and rice. But not even rice. I couldn't really have that much carbs. And it wasn't even a keto diet. And I don't even know how people in keto do it. But I mean, there's ways for people to be able to get their goals by not being in a diet or being restricted. You know, I feel like there's always has to be room for something that makes you feel good, because being restricted, like, it got me kind of miserable.
Yeah, for me, I feel like well, if you're trying to build mass or have maintain your muscle, for a diet, I feel like you want to do 80-20. Keep your diet 80% clean, 20% with things that you like eating, whether it could be ice cream, pizza, or whatever, throughout the day. Also, you want things that keep you full and energized if you're trying to lose weight, being in the caloric deficit. If you're having, for me, my go-to carbs would be brown rice and sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are really good for you. They're pretty good in fiber, and I usually do my carb source with a protein source, and that helps me have energy and fuel to push myself through workouts or throughout the day, and I feel really sluggish. A lot of people think that keto's good. I'm not really against keto, but for me, carbs do give me a lot of energy and push my workouts to the next limit. The reason that keto is really good for some people is that you're just in a caloric deficit. You're cutting out carbs, and carbs tend to hold water in your glycogen. And once you don't have carbs, you deplete your glycogen storages, and that's when your body taps into your fat, and that's how you burn fat and use fat for fuel. I recommend just having a little bit of carbs. You don't necessarily have to be in ketosis, but as long as you're in a deficit throughout the day, and you could basically eat not what you want, but try to generally eat clean so you can feel better throughout the day and for your workouts.
Yeah, so there's like different types of diets, not just keto, There's like a lot of different diets people try. And the next one is fat loss tips. So obviously fat loss, you have to be in a caloric deficit. And whatever you eat, as long as you burn more than what you eat, you'll be in a fat loss.
Yeah.
But of course, it depends also how you want your body composition. Some people want to be more muscular. Some people want to be lean. The more muscular, you need more protein. The less muscular, you don't need as much. So there's like a lot into it.
For me, for fat loss, it's good to hit your protein 1 pound per body weight. But if you're doing like a cut for fat loss, it's good to go like 1.5, 1.7 grams per body weight when you're in a cutting phase, because when you're in a caloric deficit, your body is going to tend to lose muscle through the prep, and it's good to have constantly amino acids through the body, so you won't tap into your muscle, and you won't have that muscle breakdown. It's better to eat a lot of protein and drop your carbs, drop your fats to fuel you. For your energy, I would do carbs like brown rice or sweet potato. And for bulking, I would cut down the protein and up the carbs a little bit, not too much. And time your carbs always before and after your workout. Those are the best times to have carbs. Your fat, they're good for your hormone levels, and you could have that in the morning. What I like doing is whole eggs in the morning. We recently just tried G butter. We love G butter. It's like another type of
like a protein spread.
Protein spread. We recommend that. Our favorite one is cookies and cream. Other than that, that's good tips that I have.
For fat loss, basically just cut your calories.
Cut your calories.
That's it.
Caffeine is really good if you have cravings for sugar.
So no like calorie drinks.
Yeah.
Stick to like water.
Yeah, water. A lot of people like doing mineral water, which is good too. But for me, it causes me. I have a sensitive stomach, so it causes me to bloat. But other people are different. Other people are lactose and they can't process different types of food. So based on your diet, it's good to know what to eat and what you like eating. But this is just like a general aspect for our Instagram followers or whoever's watching.
Yeah, so that's just the fat loss tips. Keep that in mind. And another question we have is, what are the good cheat meals? So like what Abel was saying earlier, burgers, like anything that basically can have like your fats, carbs, and protein is really good.
So people who are doing fat loss, what they do is that they have these refeeds or these cheat meals, and then they get sad because then they weigh themselves the next day. But honestly, it's good for you, so you could keep zane, and your sodium and fats and carbs that you're eating is your body's holding them. So it doesn't matter if you're a couple pounds over the next day. Throughout the week, if you keep on the caloric deficit, you're actually losing weight. So it's a win-win. Good cheat meals that we like eating is kebabs, In-N-Out, The Habit, The Counter. So these are pretty good sources.
Sometimes pizza.
That you could eat. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a good pizza.
And ice cream is really good.
Yeah, I like Ben & Jerry's. Hilltops are good too.
And also donuts.
Donuts, I was eating a lot of donuts, but now I cut back on them.
We were like basically eating donuts.
Now, I remember my friend at the firehouse, he bought these cookies that have Oreos, and he gave me the recipe, and we make them.
We've been making them since.
Yeah, they're pretty bomb. Yeah, I recommend getting some from us.
Yes. And another one is, how often do we work out? So now that I'm not on prep and he did like a challenge. So when we're on prep and challenge or whatever, like we were going to the gym like probably 6 times a week.
Yeah, 6 times, yeah.
And then now like we just try to increase our NEAT, which is like non-exercise activity.
Cleaning, walking.
Yeah, walking a lot and just trying to move as much, but still go to the gym, not as much. Yeah. So we probably gym now off season like 4 times a week. Yeah,
4.
3 to 4.
Yeah, I do like 4 times a week. Now with the best workouts, if you guys don't really go to the gym as often or time, I recommend doing compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups. Those are gonna make your body. You're gonna work out a lot of muscles, and it's gonna make you burn extra calories and get your bang for your buck at the gym. So I recommend doing that. And I mean, right now 4 days is good, and then after we do 20 minutes of HIIT training. We do 20 minutes of Stairmaster intervals, or we sprint 9 to 10 miles per hour, 30-second sprint, 30-second rest. And what that does is that it's a good, really good way to burn fat, and it's good for your heart. It keeps your heart healthy and increases your metabolism if you want to be bulking or if you're just looking to get extra tone.
And then then once you're cutting, then it's when you want to add more.
Add more cardio.
Not too much where you're like doing 80
not too
minutes.
Not too much.
80 minutes, 7 days a week.
Just cut down your carbs, but
and just
calories for sure.
Not too much carbs, because you know carbs are really good for you too. And then another one is biggest uncomfortably that was overcame. Oh, okay, so I guess like
biggest thing that we overcame, basically.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What was the biggest thing you overcame?
Probably for me was overcoming the fact that I got on stage was probably the biggest uncomfort. Like it was not my comfort zone, because I'm the type of person that's more like on the shy side. I won't. And then for me to get on stage and prep for something was like intense. Like I was just thrown at it, like, because I didn't know anything, you know. I was just new to the game or to the industry or whatever. But that was probably the most intense thing I've done.
Yeah. Because
getting on there in front of like a lot of people, and then they judge you by how you look. So I mean, in the end, it all matters, like, that you're happy. Because if you go on there and then you know that you're not gonna win as number one, and some people might get discouraged, but if you go in there with the mentality that you know you're a winner no matter what, then you should be fine. But before stepping on stage or doing some type of competition, your mindset has to be a lot different, or else some girls will get discouraged and will hate it, and it'll probably like turn them down, because they do judge you by how you look and how your physique is. So but it was really fun though. Fun experience. And that's
for me, the biggest thing I overcame was after high school, going into the workforce. I remember doing construction, and then from there I was involved in sports my whole life, and transitioning right away in the workforce was kind of like a big challenge for me, from sports to that, because the center of attention is not based on yourself, but as a team, and getting the job done for a task or anything. And from there, taking classes and doing my EMT and trying to pursue fire was a big challenge, because it's very time consuming, and I'm a person that it takes me a while to learn. Like growing up as a kid, I wasn't really the smartest, but I remember my mom is a special ed teacher, and she got I was in her class. I was in special ed, not because of like a learning disability, but because I was really shy and I was soft spoken, and that's something that I had to overcome. Growing up, I saw it as sports as a way out, as being a kid, you know, being skinny, scrawny, and bullied, and doing what I'm doing now and finding the gym. The gym for me is a way out. It's not just about looks and strength and power, but it's something that's instilled in me. It's something that I love doing. For me, I have a mindset that once I reach a point when I do a set or a rep, I do one more. I owe that to myself. I give extra 10% in anything, and I'm preparing myself when I do get a call at 2 in the morning for anything, whether it's family emergency or fire or whatever, to prepare my mind physically and mentally to be able to get through that. It's something that I overcame. Life is something that we're constantly learning to do and to adapt and to overcome. It's something that we're constantly trying to get better at as a person and as a couple. We help each other. If it's something that we see, like if we have a negative thought, we immediately replace it with a positive one. For me, I'm not really a person who communicates, and then for me, that would be one of the things that I overcame. And the next question is how old are we? So for me, my birthday is February 1st, and I'm 24.
Yeah, same. I'm 24. Oh, we're 24. And the next question is meal prepping tips. So meal prepping tips is just stick to, well, if you're meal prepping, just stick to the basics. Don't go crazy, like make some crazy recipes. Just stick to like your protein, your fats, and your carbs.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the app that we use would be MyFitnessPal. So make sure you hit your protein. You can switch out lean proteins. What I recommend, and your carb source, and throw in a vegetable. You could throw in asparagus. That's the favorite ones that we like to eat.
Yeah, I don't like asparagus. Ava likes asparagus.
Yeah.
I got traumatized. But the next question is, how does If It Fits Your Macros works? So If It Fits Your Macros is basically based on not like what you can eat, because people think If It Fits Your Macros is just junk food. But in reality, it's just keeping that 80-20 and keeping your fiber at least, well, for women 25 grams, and then for men I guess they need like 35 grams of fiber. So as long as you hit that for the day and you track your macros, because every person has their own specific macros, if you track that, that's basically what If It Fits Your Macros it means. Right?
Yeah.
Because I did that for competition too.
So what I recommend is on bodybuilder.com they have these, if you're looking for cutting or for bulking, they have a calculator and they'll tell your macros. So they'll do it by age, sex, fitness level, activity, and then from there they'll give you macros, and then you could go to MyFitnessPal, type in your macros, and then from there you could upload the foods that you like to eat, and then from there it's basically fit body, not Fit Body Fusion, but it fits your macros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the team I was in for.
Her team.
Yeah, so that's how you do If It Fits Your Macros. And how to get muscle growth. So for muscle growth, like Abel said in the beginning, is protein. Just keep that protein high.
Keep that protein high. A thing that we like doing is hypertrophy. We like basically doing extra reps. It's really good. You want blood flow, and you also want to have the rep range that we use is 8 to 12, and then if you could go beyond that, and keep constant tension. You don't want to lift too fast. A lot of people go in the gym lifting really quick and rapidly. You want to have really slow, controlled movement and do the negative and push. If you're doing a pushing or pulling, and then we also do squats. So legs is a good exercise for muscle growth. Compound movements I recommend for muscle growth. Isolation, you can do isolation too, but mostly important thing for muscle growth is protein, compound movements,
weightlifting, of course. Yeah.
And then also you want to do cardio.
Yeah. And then the next question is good places to visit in California. So we've actually been like all over California.
Yeah, we have.
And a lot of the places are really nice. Like Pismo Beach is really nice. Carmel Beach, Santa Cruz, Malibu. We've been to Napa. Napa's nice. Like if you want wine tasting, or we still have to go on hot air balloon there. There's Lake Tahoe. We've been there. It's nice. There's Yosemite. I've never been there, but he's been there.
Yeah, Yosemite's pretty.
Yeah, and then there's San Diego. We haven't been there yet. That's probably like the only place we need to go.
Yeah. In
California. But other than that, we've been to like LA, Santa Barbara, Malibu. Basically all over like the coast of Big Sur. All that is really pretty. And yeah, so those are all the places we've been to California. Basically everything except for San Diego. Because we've been to Palm Springs, LA,
Santa Barbara,
yeah, basically the main cities in California. And then next question is, who's the cook, Abel or Amanda? Who is the cook? So
better question, who's the baker?
I can't.
No, we both cook.
Yeah, so we both cook.
Yeah, we like baking. We started baking these Oreo stuffed cookies that are really good that me and her make.
He's the one who started it though. So.
Yeah. Sometimes when I come back from work, I'm like, let's make them. And
I know.
We get the ingredients and we just bake it, and it comes out pretty good. It gets better each time.
Yeah. So.
And for cooking, we both help each other cook. Like if she wants a meal, I'll prepare it. We'll cook it. Our condiments that we use pretty basic, just salt, pepper. Sometimes we put parsley or
Hot sauce.
or garlic powder and hot sauces and barbecue, and that's about it.
Yeah, we try to keep it simple.
Simple.
And our favorite too, like Japanese sweet potatoes.
Oh, for
Those
sure.
are so good.
Those are really good.
If you like sweet potatoes, the Japanese ones are the best ones. And next question is, how old do you think you'll be when you get married? That question. I don't know. Well, I feel like what is that? A paper doesn't signify, your relationship just because you're married. Yeah, it's nice, but like a piece of paper doesn't signify like what you have,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like just get settled in a little bit more.
Yeah.
Travel a little bit, and then I think traveling, getting that out the way. Also for kids too, that'll be good. Good time to do is before just traveling.
Yeah, but so
it's pretty soon.
how old? I don't know yet, but the next one is, do you guys ever go out to party in clubs? We used to when we were young.
Yeah, I knew it was time for me basically to. I was at a club one time. No, and I was just sitting there, and I was just like, man, what are we doing here? It's just. Yeah. It's really good to go when you're celebrating something, because then it gives you the reason to go and why you're there.
Yeah, because you're celebrating.
But we usually go Las Vegas and like once a year type clubs. I mean, it's not like a thing where we do frequently.
Yeah.
But occasionally, it's depending on the occasion, it's pretty fun. Yeah.
And if you want to go to like a club, Vegas is probably like.
Yeah, the main go-to.
Main go-to.
SF cool, but there's nothing like Vegas.
Yeah. And another question is, what are your nicknames? Nicknames? I don't have any nicknames like people call me.
It's your boy Hercules. Those are my nicknames. What nickname? Hercules is about it.
Yeah, I don't have any nicknames. Next question is, what inspires you? So, what inspires me? What inspires me is to wake up every day, be grateful for what we have, and just, live life, be happy. I feel like that inspires me to be, you every day. Just think about like what we have, because other people don't have what we have. So, and to be honest, like, we're pretty like spoiled here,
We are.
And we don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's true. For me, working in the EMS and looking at people, I remember there was this call where this lady, she had cancer, and just being there with her in her last couple months of living it motivates me, because knowing that we're all gonna die, but knowing that we don't have the date, and living your life to how you want to and live it. And I feel like that motivates me. Failures motivate me too. If I fail in something, it will motivate me to get better at it. I'm not gonna get it right away. And people that tell me my failures or my weak points, I try to soak it in. I'm not gonna conflict back, because that's not the type of person I am. I want to hear. I want to just hear as much as I can, and then from there base my opinion and then do what I have to do for that. But just looking at people like that motivates me, knowing that that her telling me live your life to how you want it, to your fullest potential.
So the next question is, what keeps you motivated on days where you just don't feel like doing anything? So I feel like everyone has those days where you're not motivated to do anything, and to be honest, like, those are probably the worst days. But I think what helps me would probably like listening to like motivational videos and looking at them, like, then that gets me motivated to keep going. Because there are days where like you don't even want to do anything, or you feel unmotivated to put in the work, especially now since I don't have anything to prep for or to you know, compete. Like, you just don't feel as motivated as when you're actually prepping or getting in shape for something. I think that's what keeps me motivated.
For me, what keeps me motivated is probably waking up every morning, getting your mind ready, not looking at your phone, meditating for a little bit, thinking about how you're gonna accomplish the day. Some people that use pre-workout, that works good too. But make sure you use that when you're really unmotivated. What I do is sometimes I like to drink coffee before workout, just a little bit of caffeine, just to kickstart and give you more energy throughout your workout. But you also want the main motivation is you have to have a why. Like, why are you doing it? It could be, you just want to look good for summer, but it has to be strong enough to motivate you, to get you out of bed, to get you that extra mile in anything that you do, and that's
what keeps us motivated.
That's what keeps us motivated. But basically, find your why. That's what's
and a purpose. Find a purpose. Yeah, and that's how you get through the days. So.
Yes.
I think that's pretty much it that we had for...
That's the questions that we had. Feel free to comment and ask any other more questions or anything else you want to know about us.
Yeah, don't forget to ask us questions.
Yeah,
for sure.
Ask us questions for sure. Yeah.
And don't forget to also like and subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe.
Even though we've been MIA for so long.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back.
Yeah, we'll get back into it.
Into the groove.
Yeah.
Because we're still a little rusty.
rusty.
And we can also show you, like, we'll also do, like, little videos on us cooking and baking.
And then our little mini apartment, you know.
So, yeah.
Alright, thank you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.